Hey everybody, Big Dowdy here, and today I'd like to tell you a little bit about my Smith & Wesson Model 629. First of all, we'll show you that it is unloaded, and it will be for the rest of this video. This is the Smith & Wesson Model 629-1, chambered in .44 Magnum. Now, everyone knows that Dirty Harry's gun was the Smith & Wesson Model 29. Now, the difference between the Model 29 and the 629 is that the Model 29 came in a blued finish or had limited runs in a nickel finish. The 629 is stainless steel. Now, mechanically, they're the same gun. This gun came about after the Smith & Wesson Model 29. But this gun is very good. I like it. It is a Smith & Wesson. I've never had any problems with anything Smith & Wesson. But that's besides the point. So first we'll tell you how I got this. This gun was originally bought by my dad in 1988, brand new, from one of his buddies who was a gun dealer. Now, he bought it with a scope mount and a scope here that was originally intended for deer hunting. Now, he did deer hunt with it, and I'm not quite sure of his success. I never really asked him, but he decided that he wanted to get rid of it. I was kind of young, and he didn't think I'd have any interest in it. So he sold it to a friend of his about 6 years ago, and then he hunted with it. I think he got a couple deer with it, and then he decided to sell it back to my dad. My dad wanted it back because this was Christmas of '08. I kind of said to my dad, I want a big caliber pistol. I'm looking for something like that .44 Magnum you used to have. But I'd kind of like a newer version. I thought to myself that I'd kind of like a newer version with a fully loaded barrel, because I like that look with the fully loaded barrel. But I said, yeah, kind of like yours. So he said, okay, so he said, maybe I'll look around. I pointed out a few good deals around, and he said, nah, I don't know about that. But come Christmas morning, we were sitting around with the family, and he said, hey, he got me some 38 special bullets. Said, hey, put these in your case. So I said, I don't want to go get my case and bring out my case with a gun in it in front of all the family on Christmas. I don't know. He said, just go get it. I'm like, okay, so I got it, and so it was a little off, and I opened it up and looked, and there this sat right on the top, and I said, oh man. I just dropped my head and said, this is amazing. I absolutely love this gun. It is beautiful, and I'm so happy you got it for me. But it's chambered in .44 Magnum. I've had it since 2008, and I absolutely love it. If I go anywhere, if I go camping, I go camping a lot. If I go camping, this gun goes with me. Some guns may go along with, some may not, but this one always goes with me. This gun is my protection. This is my fun plinking gun. It's everything. I love it. As for accessories I got for it, I have this here Uncle Mike's No. 4 holster. It's just your standard nylon, kind of cheap holster. It's good. I should say inexpensive. It's not poorly made cheap, but it is very inexpensive. I like it. It's very durable. It's nylon. It's got a nice thumb brake on it. Nice retention strap. It doesn't come loose. I like it. And it draws very nice. Whenever it's on my hip, it draws very slick. And if I need to draw fast, I can. And whenever I go camping up north, it is private property where we are. Plus, around it is all public state land. So I open carry, and I'll go walk through the woods with some self-defense loads, and just go for a walk and have my 44 on my hip. I really like this gun. It shoots straight, and I greatly enjoy it. Now next we have, this was my dad's doing when he bought it. He took an Uncle Mike's No. 4 holster, and he cut the top out of it. Let's see if you can do it side by side there. Show you that. He cut the top out of it, and that is to accommodate the scope mount and the scope when it was in here. So I thought, oh, that was a pretty good idea. But then he decided to take these nylon straps and put some quick releases on them, and he made himself a makeshift shoulder holster. Now that I'm not that big a fan of, but it works. I use it whenever I got the scope on it. I have to use it because I don't have anything else that will hold it. But for shoulder holster carry, I have another universal shoulder holster that I like that works a lot better. Then next we'll actually talk about the scope and the scope rings. Scope rings I'm not going to actually talk about because they're just run-of-the-mill solid mount scope rings. But the scope is a Simmons Pro Hunter, and it is a 4x magnification by a 32 times objective. Now this is a good, real nice pistol scope. It's just about perfect for arm's length shooting. It's good eye relief, easily adjustable, and it's pretty durable. It holds up to 44 Magnum very well. But it's very good. Next, for grips. When my dad got this, he had the original, these rosewood grips on it. And I like the rosewood grips, but he decided I want something better, so he went with the Packmeyers, or Packmeyer, however you'd like to say it. And then when he sold it to his buddy, he bought a Hogue Mono-Grip. Now, first of all, I have the same problem with both of these grips, the Hogue and the Packmeyer, is that, as some of you may be able to tell, I have really big hands. Look to compared to an 8 3/4 inch barrel, I have big hands. Now, this here, the pinky, the place where your pinky goes, there's not enough room for me. I don't know why, but it's just not comfortable. There's nothing supporting the underside of my pinky. I just don't like it. But when I have held it like that, but when I pull the trigger, it makes me feel like I'm hanging on for dear life, and I end up jerking the trigger. And it doesn't work out very well for me. Same thing with the Hogue Mono-Grip. It's got a bit more support for your ring finger, but still very little support for your pinky, and I'm not a big fan of that. Plus, the Packmeyer, I think, is a bit too aggressively checkered. It's got real aggressive checkering on it, and if you're in conditions where you needed to have a positive grip and like the black tactical look, I'm sure this would do great for you. But I have no tactical applications that I need done. I'm not busting down doors and going into buildings and clearing them all the time with a 44 Magnum revolver, so I don't need anything like that. But I like the rosewood grips because A, they look great, and B, they fit my hand great. If you could tell, probably not, but there's about 1/16 of an inch of wood underneath my pinky, and it's solid, and it flares out at the bottom. It's wider than the grip here, and it makes you feel like you're hanging on to something. I really like it. And it's got your little Smith & Wesson trademark on each side. It's got a little checkered panel, so I do get a positive grip when I need it. And they've been great to me. It feels like you got a handful, and it is. I really like it. Next, we're going to talk about the bullets I have.